Welcome to the Sports Hangover. I'm Michael Benatar, joined alongside J-Dog.
Mike, it's my favorite show of the year. We're talking golf and baseball and nothing else.
God, no golf and baseball. So I came into this. I wanted to talk golf. I feel like we haven't hit one yet where I win a lot of money off of it. And this is the year I want it. I want to win a lot off golf. I'm going to be doing nothing. I'm going to be in the desert and I'm going to watch some golf. So I'm ready. So make me win.
It's the Masters. It's the best week of golf all year long. It's Augusta National. It's Tiger Woods playing practice rounds. He hasn't told us for sure if he's going to play yet, but the whole thing is just building to a big Tiger moment this week. So we're pumped at that. I got some long shots for you and some favorites. So I have a little bit of both. I just want to preface this.
Yeah.
Golf has 144 dudes playing every single event, including the Masters. 144. When you bet on a football game, there's two teams, and you're either going to win or lose. It's pretty much 50-50 or close to it. Just so you know, golf has 144, so it's a very needle in a haystack. So anytime I get close, I need credit is what I'm saying.
No. Jeremy, I'm giving you credit. You got that one weird guy the year before that I thought was a long shot. You were like buddies with him. I'm like, you know the vibe better than I do. So if you know he's going in there going to win, and it was good. He didn't win, but he was close.
It was close, but the sports books don't pay out for almost winning unless you bet top 10 or top 20, which you can do, but that's also not
so they do have PGA first round leader, PGA group betting, so you can bet groups, I guess, and then there's tournament matchups, a whole bunch of stuff. There's a whole bunch
the matchups are great because a lot of times I get a hot tip, right? A guy just had a baby and he's not playing well. He's not sleeping, or he's fighting with his wife and you probably shouldn't bet on him this week because then you just bet the other guy. You don't even know what's going on in his life. It's easy. But of course, we don't give insider info out on this podcast. We only give real info out.
What podcast do we give all the insider info on?
It's a different show.
Okay,
that's Gambling Goose. Remember him? He got all my good stuff back in the day.
All right, so do you not have any tournament matchups for me that I can gamble on this show?
I'm not prepared for that. No.
Okay.
I'll give you some guys I like, and then you can go through the tournament matchups and maybe cherry pick out a few. I want to mention Will Zalatoris is a guy I gave you last year. No one knew who he was. This huge long shot, like 100-1. He was leading the Masters on Saturday, had a chance on Sunday. Of course, he folded under pressure because that's what happens. So as you're watching the Masters this week, on Thursday, on Friday, it sounds like you might watch every day, even Saturday too. Don't count your money, Mike. You cannot count your money until Sunday, and I'll tell you why. Because what they say about the Masters, and only the Masters, no other tournament in the world, the Masters doesn't begin until the second 9 on Sunday. Because you can be playing the front 9 on Sunday, and still whatever you think is about to happen is not about to happen. It gets crazy. The back 9 on Sunday is nuts, so just pace yourself throughout the week, and then Sunday really lock it in.
Can I tell you a stat that I found this week about the Masters? Did you know the Masters sells $50 million in merchandise each week, or $850,000 per hour?
You mean throughout the week?
Yeah, they sell 200,000 tickets to practice and tournament rounds, totaling about $35 million in revenue. It was all about the revenue and how they're leaving like $100 million on the table because they still charge, $8 for a hot dog, or less than $8. It's like $2.
Oh, let's talk about that. I mean, there's the cost of going to the Masters. Not only is it so amazing on so many levels, it's like you're back in the 1950s because nothing costs any money. Parking is free. Your morning coffee will be $1. Your breakfast sandwich is $1. A barbecue sandwich is big. It's probably about $2.50 or $3. Pimento cheese sandwich, $3. Domestic beer, maybe $4 or $5. That's all it is. It's like half the price of any other event.
How much is a ticket to get in? Or are these like gifted tickets? How do you usually get in?
It's tough. I was looking into it to bring my dad. My dad was born in Augusta, Georgia at the hospital there, and then they moved right away. But I feel like if you're born in Augusta, you should automatically get a free ticket.
For sure.
Once in your life.
Yeah.
You're a resident. Small town. Yeah. He didn't get the free ticket. So I was trying to bring him. When I looked around the holidays, around Christmas, Hanukkah time, tickets for Tuesday, Wednesday, like these days before the event gets underway, $3,000 a ticket.
Okay, and then what is it on like Friday, Saturday, or even Sunday?
It goes up to $5,000 per day, Thursday, Friday, $10,000 a day by Sunday. And with Tiger playing, with Tiger on site, you can multiply all those, add a few thousand each one. That the Tiger effect is that big. So it's really hard to get tickets. It's the hardest ticket to get in sports because they do cap it, they limit it. Everything else, like Final Four, it's at the Superdome. You just go on StubHub and pay your price. The Masters, they just cap it so small. Like you said, they're not trying to make money. They just want to keep it prestigious and cool.
And I like the idea because I was thinking about it. It's like, well, they could charge, let's say this is what they actually charge. This isn't secondary market, right? This is you're buying it from them directly for $3,000 on Tuesday.
Correct. Yeah.
So this is directly from them. So it makes sense. It's almost like they're compensating for how cheap the food is. Like we'll charge a lot for the ticket on a Tuesday, but then if you come on Sunday, we'll charge 10. You'll still get $1 hot dog, $1 coffee. Sounds great.
You mentioned the merchandise area too, so it's just so special. You walk in, it's the first thing you see, and you think maybe you don't stop there, but you got to stop there right away the first time you go in, because at the end of the day they might run out of stuff. So a morning is a good tip if anyone is listening to this on their way to Augusta. First of all, I'm jealous. Second of all, pick me up a new polo. I really want one for another $120 or so. So that's exciting. But the merchandise, you can only buy it on site. There's no master shop online, and nothing you buy online is authenticated. Maybe people go, they buy 10 shirts and they sell them and mark them up. But what you buy was not officially from the master. So that's the other thing. They only make it from in person 7 days in the year.
Sounds great. I mean, I would just go just to have a t-shirt that no one else could get. Maybe not even to watch the golf. Do I have to watch the golf if I go?
You have to watch the golf. Our friend Sam, he listens sometimes, probably not, but we do talk about him more than he listens. He fell asleep at Augusta National after he bought one of those $3,000 tickets.
He falls asleep at a lot of like events, right? He fell asleep at the Jets game we were at. We were sitting up there. He fell asleep in the cold. He's an
Hurricane Sandy weekend. That was big.
Yeah, that's a big weekend. All right, let's get into some bets. Who do you have? Do you want to start long shot, or do you want to start like, top 10 guys that probably could win?
Top guys. One of my picks to win is Justin Thomas. He's 14-1, but he's one of the best golfers in the world. His game sets up well for Augusta National, and he's playing with Tiger in the practice round today, which tells me he's getting the buzz from the fans, the momentum. I think he's going to be locking it in earlier than normal. Today's Monday. He's already locking it in. That's an advantage over the guys that won't lock in until Thursday.
Now, if Tiger plays, is there a shot that he even wins? Like, can you even bet on Tiger right now? I'm actually looking if you can bet on Tiger.
Yeah, he's 55-1, and I gotta say that's great odds to bet on.
Really?
Apparently his short game and putting looks really sharp. I can't say his full swing is ready, but reports today, Mike, his short game is locked in. That's the hardest part when you have a layoff.
Yeah. Pretty.
I've seen
tough.
you chip.
Yeah, it's not great. So tell me this. How long has it been since he actually played golf publicly? That was on TV, air, maybe a tournament, something like that.
He played with his son in December at an event, but it wasn't like a serious event. It was just a hit and putt kind of thing. So he hasn't played a real event since the car accident right here in LA, where we both are.
So is it worth a bet, or is this like? I'm guessing there are long shots that are less long than a Tiger Woods long shot.
We have some other long shots. It's worth 5 or 10. Throw it on for fun, right?
Yeah, sure. Why not? All right.
Back to the favorites.
Give me a favorite. Talk to me.
One of my friends, Rory McIlroy, he wants to win this event more than any other event. And it's a house of horrors for the guy. He's had the lead before, even heading into the back nine on Sunday, like I said, and he has a total meltdown. Now, his odds are 20-1, but he is one of the best golfers in the world. And I feel like his odds are penalized a little bit because he hasn't gotten it done here. I think he will win the Masters in his lifetime. So just keep betting on it, and it'll happen at some point.
With Rory, when is the last time he won something?
He wins a lot of events, but not a lot of big, major, important events, right? So if you think about that in the scheme of football, you win regular season games. He's been losing his playoff games. He needs to win the bigger events. It's been a while since he won a major. We crowned his ass when he was young 20s. He was winning majors all the time. We said he's the next Tiger, and he hasn't been. But look out for him this week.
So are there a lot of guys? Because listen, golf, definitely a mental game. Is this something that he can't overcome because he knows this and the public knows this? Is this something where he's like, yeah, I'm good when the eyes aren't on me, we're playing a game, I'm going to win some stuff? Is it even worth a bet? Is it just because his name brings some, not prestige along with it, but something is there to give him these odds, right? Like, this isn't a long shot odd. I mean, I guess it isn't. If you're used to gambling on football, you're not getting these kind of odds, but still. Right. It just doesn't seem. I didn't see confidence in you, Jeremy. I want confidence coming out of you. You didn't seem confident. You're like, yeah, he wins.
I'm gonna back away a little bit because I'm not super confident. I'm not saying he's gonna win this year, but Mike, he's gonna win in his lifetime. So here's the thing: he's got 8 or 10 more Masters in him. He's gonna win one of those. So what if it is this year? What if it is this year? Or what if you miss it?
Let me look up. I'm just gonna look this up. I know you're not ready for it, but what if? What about him now? Do you think he has better odds than his tournament matchup. He's playing with Dustin Johnson. Would you bet on Rory or Dustin in the tournament matchup? You're getting
Dustin hasn't been playing well,
okay,
but he has won a Masters, something Rory has not.
Now, why are there so different day tournament matchup? Oh, or are we betting on tournament matchups? Because Dustin Johnson is matched up with multiple people.
Well, you can. Well, the groups of 3, so maybe that would explain. I don't know what screen you're seeing. He is playing with 2 people,
Brooks and Colin
Morikawa, who's on my list at 20-1, who I actually think will win the Masters.
Oh, well, let's go back there. Let's talk about individual guys. Talk about that guy for me.
Colin Morikawa. He won the Open Championship recently, the best ball striker in the world, and he's really been working on his short game. And I think that combination is great for Augusta National. So often, folks don't put the full swing into the Masters, and they say it's all about putting. Well, of course, it's a lot about putting. You have to get around the golf course, and it's a really hilly golf course. I want the good ball strikers. I think Colin Morikawa might win the Masters this week.
So out of your top guys, is this the one you're most confident in taking it? Most confident? Because I'm betting live right now, so money is depleting from my account as we speak.
It's my mouth and your money. We should do this more often.
We'll see what happens.
Another favorite I like is Patrick Cantlay at 23-1. Normally, I like a guy named Xander Schauffele, who you did mention in your Open, a guy who I'm friends with, and I told you about a few years ago. And he gave it a good run, but he couldn't finish it. He's not in great form right now, so we're going to stay away from him this year, just a heads up.
Can you tell me why John Rahm is the lead right now in odds, in the worst odds?
John Rahm
worst odds. It's plus 1,100 right now. 11-1.
He's never won a Masters, but he did win the U.S. Open recently. He's been playing well in big events. He's probably the best golfer in the world right now. He's probably the best. I don't think he's number 1 in the world, but he's probably the best right now.
And do you listen? I don't watch a lot of golf, but is this something where you win a Masters, not a Masters, you win the U.S. Open? Does the U.S. Open winner ever win the Masters? Do they ever come and win this?
If you're Tiger Woods, it's called the Tiger Slam, and you just win them all. And it's not the Grand Slam, it's the Tiger Slam. So only Tiger can really do that. I can't remember a time in recent memory where the same guy won the Masters and the U.S. Open in the same year, because that's like 2 of the 4 majors, and those are the 2 biggest events in the U.S., and that's really hard.
Immediately wipe them off the table. Would not even gamble on. No point. If you say it doesn't happen, I'm not betting on it. If that's even a longer shot.
It could happen. But it doesn't normally happen.
Sure, it could happen, and that's why his odds are so good, right? You're saying he's the best golfer in the world, and I don't know any better, but I'm looking at the odds. He's right there next to your boy, Justin Thomas. Justin Thomas, 12-1. I would say I'd rather take Justin Thomas just because he didn't win the U.S. Open.
I get it. Justin Thomas doesn't have a U.S. Open or Masters. A few bigger odds. I know you like these guys.
Big odds.
There's a guy at 55-1 who could win the event. His name's Daniel Berger, and he was on the U.S. Ryder Cup team. He's a good American player, and he's being undervalued. He's being overshadowed by all these good Americans in the field. So take a look at Daniel Berger.
Let's see where Daniel Berger is here. I can't find him on my list.
The event in Palm Beach Gardens a few weeks ago, he almost won the whole event. So he's in good shape. His team's in a good place. Yeah.
Okay, interesting. And why do you like him? What's going on with him right now?
Mike, in March, he almost won the event in Palm Beach Gardens, right near the house I grew up at. He's playing good golf right now. And he was on the Ryder Cup team last year, which means he's played in front of fans in big moments, and he hasn't wilted under the pressure.
Okay. I like it, Jeremy. I like it. Now,
I'm just telling you.
Which guy would you put the most money on out of the top ones you named so far? Or would you give me a top tier and then like a lower tier? Like, I'm putting my money on one of the best guys up here and then one of the lower guys down here that possibly could take it. Is that
I think that makes sense. It's Morikawa and it's Berger. But again, there's 144 guys teeing it up this week. I cannot put a lot of confidence in these rankings because, Mike, there's so many guys. So if they're just in the hunt, if they're in the top 20 or 30, I did my job. I didn't get them the victory. I just
listen, I don't know. Top 20, 30. I don't know about that. I need under top 10.
Change your bets. A few more that I like. Tyrrell Hatton is at 75-1. He's a hothead. He's a Scot. He's not American. He doesn't deal with this bullshit. And I like Tyrrell Hatton.
Okay.
And there's one more, Mark Leishman at 65-1. Last time I saw Mark was a few years ago, right before COVID, in Jacksonville at a restaurant. I knew the owner of the restaurant. I got seated right away, Mike. I know you're listening closely to this. Mark Leishman had to wait for a table with his parents for 40 minutes while I ate at the bar because I got seated before him. So that's just a Mark Leishman for you. I know, 65-1. Maybe he's still mad about it.
Now, what about some of these really bad guys that are like 250-1, like Stuart Kink or something. I don't know if that's his name, or Zach Johnson. What's going on with all these guys? Do these guys even make the cut?
They're just old. The thing about the Masters is you can play into your old age. If you played well in your career there, or if you won, for example, earlier in your career, you just keep going. So Zach Johnson won early in his career. He's now over 50. He's now a Ryder Cup captain, but he still gets to come back and play as long as he wants.
How many golfers are allowed to participate in the Masters?
144.
144. Okay.
Roughly.
Any last bets? Any other bets you like?
That's enough for the bets. I want to tell you about Amen Corner, and I want to
Amen
go
Corner?
more on Amen Corner. Yeah. Amen
Is that a
Corner.
person or a corner?
You got to know about the corner if you're going to bet on the Masters.
All right, tell me about the corner. I'll sit back.
Sit back. Amen Corner. And when I say things like the Masters doesn't begin until the back nine on Sunday, I mean things about Amen Corner. I've been to Amen Corner one day. You'll go to Amen Corner. It's a stretch on the golf course. That's all it is. The golf course goes down. It kind of lingers right here, and then it turns, and it's a little corner in the course. Okay. It's the second shot on 11. It's the full shot on 12, and it's the first shot of 13. It's called Amen Corner because something happens down there, Mike. It's all in one place. This green, and then the par 3 on 12, and then the tee box on 13. Something's going on there, and I can't pinpoint what it is. If I told you exactly what it was, I'd probably be taken down. I'd probably be taken down. Seriously.
Okay.
There's something going on there. Maybe it's ghosts. Maybe it's the way the wind swirls. Maybe it's demons who have lost the Masters before.
Okay.
But every time on 11, 12, and 13, some of the most beautiful golf holes in the world, shit goes down. Jordan Spieth was leading the Masters by 4 shots on the 12th hole on a Sunday a few years ago. He had this awful meltdown. He made like an 11 on the hole. Like you don't make 11s on the hole. He was leading the Masters on Sunday. On the 11th hole, sometimes you can hit a great shot and your ball just rolls into the water and you're penalized and everything can change. On 13, you can hit your tee shot so far right, it goes out of bounds, or so far left, it goes out of bounds. Both ways are out of bounds. It's a crazy hole. Dog leg to the left. You got to hit a right to left shot on it. So look out as you're watching this weekend, and as all of our listeners and viewers are watching and making their bets. Amen Corner is where it will be decided. And if you ever go to the Masters, you got to sit. You got to take your chair. You got to sit on Amen Corner because you see this shit happen in front of your eyes, and that's just unbelievable.
All right, so we're watching the Masters. We're watching it all weekend, most likely more on Sunday. What do you want to talk about baseball? We're going to
it's opening day on Thursday. Listen, Sportstradamus had this at the end of December, and I said, as Sportstradamus said that the season would be delayed, and it was, but it was only delayed 7 days. So luckily for you, Mike, it's back this Thursday. April 7th, they're going to play all 162 games. You know they need them. They need them all.
They need them all. Every single game, for sure.
The Braves are defending champions, so that's very exciting. They get the ESPN slot on Thursday night, so maybe as you're watching the Masters, check that out. And then, of course, the Braves visit the Dodgers in L.A. at Chavez Ravine in a few weeks, and we're going to try to go.
We're going to be there. First time you've been inside, legally allowed to be inside.
I feel like I need to be on my best behavior leading up to it.
Maybe we go. I think there's some other like real Dodger. Do you want to go to Dodger bars or do you want to go straight to the game?
We'll stay away that day.
Okay.
I told Mike I can't wear my Braves jersey at Chavez Ravine. We know the history of Dodgers fans and fighting, and maybe I'll have a couple beers. It's not a good combination.
It's not a good combo. I'm gonna buy a new Dodger sweater. I think got to get some new swag for it. It's gonna be cold and chilly.
That color blue. I don't know. Why don't you be an Angels fan?
I love that blue. It's such a good color.
You do live on the outskirts of Chavez Ravine.
I am in Dodger land. I can't wear. You can't walk around in our neighborhood with red on. It's not good.
No, you can't. You can't.
I don't have anything else. I just want to talk Masters. I placed my bets. I'm ready to watch. Should we do? You know what we could do? It would be kind of fun. We could do a pre-baseball live show when we go before the game. Be good. Instead of going to a bar, we'll just do it at home.
Oh yeah. We'll do it at home. Drink a beer, do it at home, then we go.
The safe way. We'll get you
Monday, April 18th. I'm on my best behavior. I'm not breaking the law from now to then.
No, you're good. You're in your 30s now, Jeremy. You can't break any laws. You're not allowed.
Oh, really?
No, you're not allowed to anymore.
There's still a few.
No. All right, Jeremy. Good show. Everybody check out thesportshangover.com. And I'm going to tweet out the list if anybody wants to go on our Twitter. I know our Twitter's been kind of dead, but we should put out there. I think people like it.
Now that Elon Musk is a 10% investor, you're all over it, right?
I'm in. You know what?
I
just ordered a Starlink. I just ordered his internet. We're gonna get.
I saw he was shipping Starlinks to Ukraine. That was very cool when they needed internet and protection. He was there for it.
It's crazy how fast it is, and it's all satellite internet. It's great. What a world we live in. What a world.
Elon, 10% of Twitter. That's a little much. I own Twitter stock, and I thought that was a little much.
9%.
It's still a lot.
Still,
I was looking to.
Can you make changes with 9% ownership in a company? It's kind of like you're still a minority owner.
You can't add the edit button even with 9% ownership.
They need to add edit button. They should not let you.
What are they doing?
Delete your tweet, and it's a mess.
Why are they holding out? So they can charge more for it?
Well, can't you do that with Twitter Blue now?
Can you edit only for 1 minute or something?
For
right? It's still a clock.
Yeah. But that's still better than nothing.
Better than nothing. But we're not paying for Twitter.
No, you don't pay for Twitter.
If you told me I had to, I might.
Ooh, wow. So that's how much they got you. You love Twitter. Every time Jeremy is not talking to a human being, he's looking down at his phone on his Twitter timeline.
I was thinking this weekend I was pretty good not being on my phone too much, but you're screwed because baseball season starts soon, and then I'll be on my phone even more.
Yeah, just wait. He'll have his camera up, watching the games. He'll be doing it all.
Once we get a TV in here, yeah, for sure.
Yeah, you got to get a TV. You got to move around that desk. Maybe we do a tour one day of your new setup.
Okay.
All right,
the Masters.
Check out thesportshangover.com. All right, bye.